Hi, this is Peter Gunawan, and this is going to be my video presentation for Philosophy 300. So something I've always been very interested in was puzzles and paradoxes, and one that we really covered was Meno's paradox, which was covered in Plato's Meno chapter. Um, I thought it was very interesting because it dealt with knowledge and how we gained knowledge and if learning was even possible. And the paradox is, if you do have knowledge, then whatever you've learned, given that you've already known it before, means that you've learned absolutely nothing. But if you have zero knowledge of something, then even if someone were to give you the correct answer, you wouldn't even know if it's correct. And you would be completely oblivious to the idea of that knowledge ever existing. So essentially, you can't learn. Oh, which was a funny situation to me because it seemed very black and white. It seemed like everything, you either had knowledge or you had no knowledge. And in today's society where we have Wikipedia and we have all these information thrown at us, it seemed like learning is always going to be there. And that's essentially why the paradox occurs. So I thought, okay, a counter to that. For example, if we take in a question, the capital of Indonesia, what is the capital of Indonesia? If you had prior knowledge of Indonesia, you would know that Jakarta is the capital. So even if I said, oh, Jakarta is the capital, you've learned absolutely nothing. But if you had zero knowledge of what Indonesia is, or the country of Indonesia, or the history of it, then even that answer would mean nothing to you because you would never know if it's correct or not. So that sort of begged the question of how can we find truth? And I thought, what if we checked Wikipedia? And Wikipedia was able to provide the answer. Even then, what's the reliability of that source? That counter argument doesn't fit per se because you can test out Wikipedia. You can check out if all the knowledge that you have is consistent with Wikipedia, and if it's unreliable, then it's compromised essentially. So that led to Socrates' recollection theory, which I thought was very interesting. The idea that all knowledge we have is sort of already in us, is slightly dormant. It's only until certain situations or certain events trigger that memory where it pops up. For example, he had the example of the slave and geometry. And essentially, this is the discussion that I wanted to pose. Like, it seemed very counterintuitive and it seems very contradictory, but again, it's a paradox that people have stumbled with and are still debating until today. So that's going to be my video presentation for this class.